Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's been a couple weeks, so I figured I'd do a Fishroom update video. So let's do it. These are some growouts. They're getting bigger. Some of them are showing some real promise here. There's this guy here. Yeah, they're about I don't know, 3 inches. That fish there. These are from Optimus and Matrix, and they are feeding on small cichlid, and the guy below is feeding power feed. The guy below is Samson. He's a Nandopsis islanum, the red variant. He's probably 13 inches or so. He's full grown. Doesn't really like to come out of his little cave there, because after he had that issue with his eye, and ever since then he's more of a recluse, I guess you could say. Yeah, we'll move on. We got, I don't know if I showed this in the last update, but we set the 33 long back up, and this has my wife and my son's fish in it. And they've got some tetras and some pea puffers and neons and whatnot in here. We found a piece of driftwood. They gotta clean that and boil it yet, and even got some plants in the fish room. They don't look like they're doing the greatest, but maybe I gotta turn that light up to the higher setting. But yeah, all these fish they got them all at the same time, put them in here. The sponges were seeded, of course, and so they're all in here as a quarantine, type situation. You can see this is how water changes are done on this tank. Here's a towel that's just for this tank. Let me get it up here in the light so you can see it. There's the hose that we use to drain it, and it's got its own bucket. And there should be a net here somewhere. All of this equipment is just for this tank until all these fish are deemed out of quarantine. So we don't share anything in between. If you go in this tank or do any maintenance on it, you have to wash your hands soap and water before you go and touch anything else. So can't be too safe, if you know what I mean. Let's move on to the next tank. Some of these things have changed. I rescaped this tank a little bit. I took the clay pot and the tile and stuff that were in here out, because the lion's eye pair I moved to a different tank. I wasn't getting any successful spawns in here anymore from that pair, so now it's just the 3 Midas, this one here being my keeper male. And then I got this other orange one, and then there's like a creamsicle one in here somewhere too, smaller one, and then just the loaches and a couple plecos. Here's that creamsicle one back here somewhere. I just saw it. But yeah, anyway, there's the... Oh, here it is. Or it is. So yeah, this tank here will just be for the Midas now, and we'll let them grow out. I've been feeding this tank mainly the veggie krill. For the loach's sake, I do supplement, a few times a week with the power feed for the Midas. So I try to balance it out. The loaches will eat the power feed, but some of the pellets in the power feed are too big for the smaller loaches to eat, so I have to throw in the veggie krill every once in a while. The next tank over has new occupants. This is Optimus and Matrix. I moved them over here last weekend after I shipped Future out to my buddy John. So now this pair will be in this 210 gallon tank for a good long time. I moved their fry along with them, and that seemed to do the trick. Within a few minutes, these guys were already, you know, up to their antics of finger biting and all that stuff. But yeah, they've been tending the fry and all that, so everything's doing really well. I did take the female growout that was in here, took her out and put her in with the lion's eye pair, and we'll get to those here in a second. This pair is eating power feed. You can see they've got a lot of room in there now. And in here we've got some more growouts. This is from Ragnarok and Freya, and as most of you know, Ragnarok was shipped down to John as well. But I still have some fry that I'm growing out. Lots of fry. So yeah, they're getting pretty big. Hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to start picking a few out of here that I want to keep. Down below are some more Optimus and Matrix fry. These guys here are from the same spawn as the tank that we started this video on. So I'm going to be starting to pull some of these bigger ones out. And I bought a brand new 100-gallon stock tank that I'm going to use to grow these out further. It's going to make it harder to see them, but they'll grow a little quicker. And once I start pulling the bigger ones out, then I'm going to put all, you know, these for sale so we can start selling them. I suppose I will start taking orders. I'll put my email in the description so people can get a hold of me for umbies. The only umbies that I have for sale right now are going to be the Optimus and Matrix, and that is of course this pair right here. We'll see if we can get them to come down here. Yeah, there's Optimus right there. As you can see, he's quite the specimen. She's fantastic as well. They are unrelated. The fry will be F2. So yeah, that's what the fry that'll be for sale. So some of these eventually are going to be for sale. This tank here also has Optimus and Matrix fry in it. All of these in this tank are for sale. So they're all over an inch, 3/4 to 1.25 inches in here. As you can see, there's a few. So like I said, email me and I'll start shipping out umbies. Up here in the fry tank we've got some Feste from my brother John down there. So I'm pretty excited to grow these out. There's 5 in here. They're in this 20-gallon right now, so I can keep an eye on them. Next door are some F1 umbies from my buddy James Randall. He has given me these to grow out from his pair. His pair is beautiful, and just he wanted to contribute to the project, and I really appreciate him doing that. And in here there's like 5 microscopic little fry in here from Grimlock and Sheba. And right down here by the heater, this is a L200 Green Phantom Pleco. He is in quarantine, or she I should say. Pretty sure it's a female. But yes, in quarantine. And all of the fry are eating Tropical Southern Delight. See if I can get a hold of the bottle here. Right here. Yeah. Southern Delight Tropical Fish Food. That's what these little fish are eating. They are able to get it down, you know, so down below here is the Rivulatus pair. They are doing quite well on the 75 here. I figured they would spawn pretty soon, so that's probably going to happen. He's just really nice. Sorry about the water spots on the glass. It's kind of an impromptu video. Usually I wipe down all my glass beforehand, but I had a few minutes to spare. I figured, heck, I might as well shoot a video quick, and So yeah, this pair is turning out, or still looking nice. Over here is Freya. She still has her fry. I'm going to be pairing her off with Azrael. He's a Mag Z. Of course, you can see I have them divided. I have the bulletproof divider in here, as I'd use for all of my dividers. I tried to put them in here without a divider, and that didn't go very well because she's got fry and all that. So once I decide to pull these fry, we'll start over, and then I'll try to pair these guys out again. With the combination bloodline here, I should be able to make Ultimate Blues or Project Blues, whatever you want to call them. Not that that's not exactly what my goal was, but it just so happened that I had the space at the time to put these two together, so that's just how it's going to work out. So in due time, that's what will happen with that pair. Up above is the Lion's Eye pair. I decided to put them in a whole different tank, whole different setup, see if I can get some actual successful spawns. I've had 4 spawns in a row, I believe, where they've laid, they get to wigglers, she eats them, he beats the crap out of her, and then 3 weeks later they do it all over again. Same vicious cycle. So we are gonna try something different with these guys. I had the tank open, so I figured, what the heck, you know. So hopefully we'll get some luck out of this pair now. And if anybody was ever wondering, you know, what I feed for food, I got a little shelf up here. It's got all my food. I got the Southern Delight Nano Krill that I feed my super small fry. I got the Veggie Krill for my plecos or pleco and clown loaches, and like I feed that to my Labyrinths. I got the small cichlid that I feed all my fry once they get to, you know, 3/4 of an inch or ½ inch long. Growth for the bigger fish like Orion eats growth. I got the color. I don't use the color too much, but I do supplement it in. Large cichlid, of course, is an obvious staple for like Magnus and stuff. Magnus and Beast is on the large cichlid. I was feeding Future the large cichlid when he was here. And then the tropical, of course, I use for fry as well. This bottle here is like a bigger bottle for power feed, but it's easier just to walk around with a big huge bottle. But yeah, I will do a feeding video sometime here shortly, but I did want to show what I do feed. I feed strictly Southern Delight. And yeah, so let's keep going on with the tour here. I got a new pot today for Magnus and Beast tank. It's a 16-inch pot. As you can see Magnus here. I took the pot out of this side. She, of course, is a little skeptical of this new pot. So she's hanging out over here on her own. I've decided to open the tank up a little more. There was a pretty good sized rock back here that I took out because he can shove it around in here and I didn't want him to put it through the side of the tank, so took it out. I'm gonna remove this thing and this middle rock and stuff and just open this whole tank up for him to swim around a little more. Reason for that is the top of his head here, about a week ago, he scraped the heck out of it really bad. It's all healed up now for the most part, but they do have a tendency to chase each other a little bit in here, so I don't want them getting hurt. And I've been doing, lately, or the last month and a half, I've been doing huge water changes on this tank, and Magnus has grown a ton from that. I mean, he's gotten super thick now. I don't even know how long he is, but he's a big fish. And so hopefully when she gets used to this pot, she'll be able to fit in here a lot better. Hopefully they'll even be able to spawn on it. They did spawn a week ago again. all the eggs fungused up or were not fertilized. I'm not sure why that happened. But she did pull some. I turned the pot around to steal them, and there weren't any in there. So 2 unsuccessful spawns in a row from this pair. This tank here has Sheba. She's up on the top of the pot here. She's the Loki female that I have. And down here is Prime that I got from John Conley. He sent that back up. Sent him back up here the same time when I shipped Future down to him. Prime is, of course, the son of this pair right here. And so he's still a little shy yet. He's got a little bit of a swollen lip from lip locking down at John's, but he's getting better, and everything will be just fine. I decided to put a little bit of rock work in the center of this tank. I had it sitting outside out in the sun for a year now, so everything that was on it was baked off and dried and dead, so I was able to put it back in. Down below it looks like an empty tank. So there we go, there's some of the Labyrinths. I had a little interesting stuff going on down here in the bottom. I had a female that was in breeding dress, and she was in here with this male, and I thought for sure that they probably had fry in there, but I shined in there with a flashlight and there was nothing. But here's that female. You can see she's kind of colored up still. But yeah, I suppose it won't be too long before I get some type of success with these guys. But yeah, these guys are doing good. Of course, that's my second group. I have another group, you know, over here in this bottom tank. There's a whole bunch more of the Labyrinths. It's interesting, on this lighter gravel, these guys are a lot lighter in color. You know, the other guys seem like they were mainly like almost black, but these guys are a lot more yellow. Growing really quick. This fish right here is probably almost 5 inches. And if you can remember when I got them, they were sub 1 inch. They were 3/4, if that. They were just microscopic. Warpaint is up here now in a 125. Sorry for that glare. But yeah, he's doing really good. Still pretty shy, but getting better. Getting better. Just got to be patient with these guys. And he's in here with this Cichlids of America's female. She used to be in with Azrael, and they spawned a few times. If some of you that remember that kind of stuff, unsuccessfully 3 times. Last week, she spawned with Warpaint. Same result. She ate all the eggs again, so I'll give her another shot or 2 at it, and I'll just sell her off or whatever. Put her out to pasture, I guess. I'll give her away or something. I don't know. I'm not interested in females that don't spawn. You know, I don't have enough time in the day for that, I guess. I have enough wet pets, if you know what I mean. I needed her bloodline, but if she's not going to be able to give it to me, then I'll find it some other way. Over here is Orion and his female Artemis. They have a whole big huge cloud of fry back here. I don't know. Here you can see them kind of feeding on the pot. I think if I can get the camera back here. There you go. There's a boatload of fry back there. Daddy's not too happy with me being here. And today was water change day for him, so that's why I got all these little bubbles on the tank. But yeah, and then over here is Enigma up here in the 180, and his female. That's the general line female. I named her Electra. This pair should be getting ready to spawn soon. Did a big water change on these guys today as well. But Enigma is one sweet looking umby. I really like this fish. Growing like a weed in here now. I got him in some real water. He's really sprouting. And then below here in the bottom 180, I had thrown some of the Dovi juvies that I had left over in Orion's tank. I threw them down in here. Of course, they're all hiding right now, but I did throw Grimlock down here, and he is usually out and about, but there he is. He's kind of hiding. He's been in this tank for like a week, and he's already grown an inch, I swear. He's just blown up. And of course, these guys are eating the power feed, both tanks. As you can see, he's trying to eat the bottle right now. It's not even in the tank here. Right on cue. I got my fish trained, you know. And then this is that tub I was talking about. Right here. I gotta cut these 2x4s a little shorter so the light sits on there, but you just reach under here, turn the light on. There we go. And then you'll have, I got 2 sponges in there, heater, 200 watt heater set at 79 degrees. Just waiting to throw some umbies in there, so that's what I'm going to do probably this weekend. But I did hit the 3,000 subscriber mark, so I'll be looking for a contest video and a feeding video, and I have a whole bunch of videos that I got to make. I just got to find time. I really appreciate everyone that subscribed to my channel, and it's amazing. So thank you very much. Check out Aquatic Support Systems on Facebook. Aquatic Support Community is our group. Bunch of great people in that group. And what else? Make sure you check out the Team Aquatic Support members on YouTube. I have all their links in the description, so please check them out. Subscribe to their channels. Great bunch of people. And that's about it. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.